This is a short descriptive video of a vintage Seiko flip clock. So this is not an alarm clock, it is merely a clock telling the time, obviously. This is a 12-hour clock. This specific clock came from Japan, thus having a motor which is switchable between 50 and 60 Hertz. It's currently set up for 60 Hertz, so it's 110 volt 60 Hertz, so you can use it in the US. However, upon request, if you really like this clock and you live elsewhere where you happen to have 220 volts 50 Hertz, just shoot me a message. I can open it up, switch it back to 50 Hertz, and you can use it, for example, in Europe or Australia with a simple power converter. This is a really nice clock. Seiko has made a lot of flip clocks, especially the ones that have a copel movement. You can recognize them by the flywheel here on the side, which is a copel flywheel. The ones with a copel movement are the nicer ones, in my personal opinion, although the other ones are pretty nice as well. In any case, I do have this clock every now and then. As far as my knowledge goes, this was available in white, red and yellow, and this one is in a reasonably used condition, as you can possibly see. If not, you can see it in the pictures on Etsy. There's a small crack there. There's actually a really small bit missing on the inside there of the glass. If you know it, you can see it. If you don't know it, you probably won't see it. Plus there is some discoloration there. I had a good bit of sun from the back. This is a bit darker, and this is mostly the original color. However, the clock is in a nice enough condition for me to have decided to restore it and put it up for sale at a slightly lower price than I normally would because of the issues with the condition. It's a 12-hour clock. So it says either AM or PM. On the back here is the wheel to set the time. Not much more to it, to be honest, because all you do is set the time. You plug it in. There you go. There's a label at the bottom. There's a Japanese label and there's a regular label. 100 volts it says, but it's actually more like 117 volts what it says on the label on the motor itself. So perfectly usable in the US, and it's, although it says 60 Hertz, because it was sold at 60 Hertz in Japanese, in Japan you have 50 and 60 Hertz. The country is kind of divided in that sense. So this clock was sold in the part where they use 60 Hertz. So in the factory they set it up for 60 Hertz because it's not user friendly to switch it, although it is relatively easy if you know how to do it. There's a switch on the motor itself. You just need to open up the clock, which is not complicated. You switch it to 50 Hertz, you put it back, and there you go. What I did to it, I cleaned and lubricated the motor. I soldered in a new light. Everything was checked, of course. Is it working perfectly? It got a new cable and a brand new plug, and it was polished. It was cleaned on the inside, it was polished on the outside. That was about what I did to it. I think that's it. Any questions, let me know. Thank you for watching.